Hello, welcome to episode 289 of the Epic Film Challenge. Jeff, who lives at home, stars Jason Segel and some other guy as his brother. Susan Sarandon plays his mother, and Jeff, the character played by Jason Segel, is a guy who just lives at home. Basically, he's in his 30s and he just doesn't really do anything, lives in his mum's basement. And this whole film takes place over the course of one afternoon, basically. And I really love that aspect of it, that it took place in one day. I love films like that. And basically, from the opening scene where we become very aware of the fact that Jeff is a big fan of the film Signs. And he gets a phone call at the beginning from someone asking if Kevin's there. And he doesn't know Kevin, but he believes that someone phoning him to say Kevin is a sign. So he keeps looking for this sign of Kevin throughout the film. And it takes him, all over the place, and he bumps into his brother, and they kind of get into a bit of a, situation, and all sorts of stuff happens. I really liked the film. It wasn't amazing, it was quite a short film, but it packed quite a lot in for how short it was. It was very cliche. There was a lot of cliche moments in it, but it felt like it knew how cliche it was, and it just seemed, I don't know. I liked it even though it was cliche, but it didn't drag me in completely, Like I had a bit of emotional investment in the characters, but not like the most I've ever encountered or anything. Yeah, and I really liked the ending as well. I thought the ending was really, well, the whole ending, the last part of the film, but also the last moment of the film I thought was really cool, and just kind of summed up like a lot in like a 5-second shot.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's quite a cliche film, but it was quite a low budget film from what I understand, and I think they did a really good job. It was a cool story, it was a cool film, nothing groundbreaking, but really enjoyable. I give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Who is his brother?
I don't know.
Where do I have him from?
I've seen him before, but
I've seen him in a lot of stuff.
yeah.
I just can't remember.
No idea
where.
what his name is, no.
I'm sure I've seen him in like TV shows as well, as well as I was going to say Marshall, Jason. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would, because I hadn't even seen the trailer for this one. I just wanted to see it because of Jason. I think though a lot of people who don't appreciate him as an actor, who don't really know him and stuff, they'll find this movie really boring.
It did have a bit of a weird tone to it, like.
Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't really have an attractive title, or a cover, like poster or anything. And I'm sure the trailer looks boring as well. So I think this is purely almost for people who are fans of the actors, and who like that kind of movie. There are of course people out there who like movies where not a lot happens. It looked like a normal day, you know what I mean? But I really enjoyed it. It was like, if I was flipping through the channels on the TV and I came across this one, and I'd be like looking at it for like 2 minutes, I'd be like, okay, I'll just keep watching for 5 more minutes, okay, 10 more minutes, and I'll end up watching the whole thing because it's fascinating in a way.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh my god, look at this movie, It's
yeah.
not like, what the fuck is going on
It's
here?
like a slow creeper.
Yeah, like, and then the ending just made it fantastic for me. I actually sat there and like, how did this end up being like that? Why? What? This is great! And I was just thinking it was a great build-up for it, even though you didn't know that was what it was building up
Yeah.
to. It's kind of like, Before Sunset or something.
Yeah.
That movie, I was actually flipping through channels, me and my mom, and I just sat down and I just watched it for 5 minutes, and I couldn't stop watching. My mom as well. We just sat there and were like, this is so weird. I know.
Although I wouldn't quite put it at a level of that though.
No, of course not. But that is like a weird movie where not much happens, but it kind of draws you in a way. Yeah. Like you're thinking, this isn't that great. Like as great as I thought it would be for a movie for me. Like it's not my type of movie completely, And then you just end up loving it. I didn't love this one, but I ended up liking it a lot more than I thought I would, and that's really good. Was it you? No, it wasn't you. It was someone told me that he didn't mean to be funny in the movie. He was just trying to be himself. in a way, but he just ends up being funny anyways, because that's just the way he is, you know? But it's like,
Yeah, it wasn't really like a straight comedy at all, really.
No, but I mean, it started out with him being on the toilet talking to a thing.
Oh, yeah.
And that was like, you know, but that's probably something he would do. And of course, every time I see him, I can't really stop thinking about him in How I Met Your Mother as Marshall. I didn't know he had so many freckles. I've never seen him so, like, a face that big before. I only seen him on the TV and stuff. And then you can't really see all the details. And he has a lot of pigmentation on his skin.
Anyway,
I was fascinated by it.
Outside of Jason Segel's face, what would you rate this film?
What did you rate it?
7.5.
I'll give it a definite 8. Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Maybe I'll give it more next time I see it.
One more thing I want to talk about is that I really like Susan Sarandon's character. She really played it well. Basically, she's in work throughout most of the film.
Oh yeah, her. Oh, I love that.
And there was she keeps getting these messages on a computer, like someone, like a secret admirer. And so she, like, at first she's like, oh no, this is stupid and whatever, and she's trying to shy away from it, and then she gets kind of interested by, you know, that someone might like her, and then, you know, oh, I'll meet you by the water cooler, and she goes over there and she's, you know, messing with her hair and stuff, and then she's like, oh, I'm being stupid. She played it really well, really realistically. I really felt that kind of thing, probably because me and Connie met, you know, from online thing, you know, online, and it was just kind of like, I felt, not like it was the same situation, but I understand that kind of like, oh god, what am I doing? Oh, this is weird, but I'm kind of intrigued and whatever. And because she was like an older woman as well.
Please, you were intrigued by me by day.
I thought she played it really well. I think she's probably one of the better parts of the film. And yeah.
What movies is she from? Because I've seen her before.
Loads and loads of films. She's a great actress. But we'll talk about that in another video, maybe. I don't know. Probably not.